Welcome back to Lo-Fi Music Theory. It ain't fancy, just effective. This is Lesson 11, Inversions. In the last videos, we talked about how to build triads. Now we're going to talk about what you can do with them. And inversions is another concept. It's not really that hard, but it's a very powerful concept. Let's go. When you invert something, it means that you flip it. So in music, when we talk about inverting a chord, we're flipping and rearranging the order of notes, but we're not changing what the notes are. So I'm going to give examples on a G chord for the ease of writing and playing. Now I've written it in the bass clef. I'm going to be playing it in the treble clef, but I'm using this chord because it's all white keys. Okay, so this is a G major chord. All right, let me go ahead and label it G major. G. Now, as we've learned, a triad is 3 notes stacked in thirds, so we have G, B, and D stacked in thirds. This is a root position G major chord. Now, if I were to rearrange the order of notes and put the B first, and then the D, and then the G on top, so now it's B, D, and we move the G up to the top, it's still a G chord, but it's a G in what's called first inversion. Now we can do it again. We could do the D first, and then the G would be here, and then the B is on top. We'll write that D, G. Well, that's supposed to be a G, excuse me. That's a G, and that's a B. Okay, now it's D, G, B. Once again, rearrange the order of notes so the D is the bottom note, but it's still a G chord. We haven't changed what any of the notes are, all right? So, 3 ways to play one chord. Let's demonstrate on the keyboard. I'm going to play it here, 1 octave above where I wrote it. Now we have G, B, D. Okay? Well, let me pull back a little bit. I can rearrange that. Now, the G went up here, and I have B, D, G. Okay? That's an inverted G chord. That's called first inversion. And I can do it again. The B can go up here, and I have D, G, B. Okay, that's called second inversion, and if I go up again, I'm back to root position 1 octave higher. Okay? So that's it. That's inversion. It's a very simple concept. You're rearranging the order of notes, and every triad has a root position and 2 inversions. Once you understand inversions, music will start to get a lot easier. You'll start to realize that things you heard before, which may have sounded complicated or complex, are just series of chords that are inverted and moved up or down. It might just be one chord, in fact. So, for example, I might take that G chord we just did. Now, there it is. Okay, well, I could play it up and down in inversions, and I could arpeggiate it. If I were to speed that up and combine it with 1 or 2 other chords, it would sound really cool. I mean, that sounds kind of cool, but it would sound even cooler. It might sound really complicated, but it's not. You're just moving chords. My personal favorite example of this, listen to the 3rd movement of Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. Not as well known as the 1st movement, but it's an incredibly fast, virtuosic piece of music, but get the sheet music out. He's just moving inversions. All right, let's end this video here. Thanks for watching.